Hi, boys and girls. I'm so happy that you are watching this video today. I wanted to start out reading a very short but very good little book that I think that you'll enjoy. It is called The Carrot Seed. It's a very old book, but I think it's still a very good book. So The Carrot Seed, here it goes. A little boy planted a carrot seed. His mother said, "I'm afraid it won't come up." His father said, "I'm afraid that won't come up." His big brother said, "It won't come up." Every day, the little boy pulled up the weeds around the seed and sprinkled the ground with water. But nothing came up. And nothing came up. Everyone kept saying it wouldn't come up. But he still pulled up the weeds around it every day and sprinkled the ground with water. And then one day, a carrot came up, just as the little boy knew that it would. Oh my goodness, he had faith in having that carrot come up, so that is kind of a fun story. Did you think that your bean plant would sprout when we planted the bean seed? I always wonder about mine because sometimes when I plant things, they don't grow so great. But my bean seed did come up, and I had, you can kind of see it in there. There's my seed. I planted it in the soil after it hung in my baggie on the window. And here's another one planted in the soil. So my bean sprouts are starting to come up. So I was pretty excited about that. I wanted to talk to you, boys and girls, about our journal page and about how we had to track how many days it took for our bean seeds to sprout. So back on our journal, we said day number 1, my seed, and then I wrote, is a bean. I know that some of you wrote some different things. Alina wrote, my seed is hard. That was good. And some of my other friends wrote some other words to describe their seeds. So I liked that. Now, on this part, we said, day what? My seed is growing. Well, I kept some tally marks up here, and I have 1, 2, 3 tally marks until my bean seed started growing. So I'm going to write a 3 in there. Around the tree, around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. So day 3, my seed is growing. Now this one says day blank, my plant. So I was thinking that today we could almost call that a plant. We might be a few more days away from calling that a real plant because it probably has to poke out of the ground just a little bit more. But I'm going to say day, and then here's my tally marks for the days that I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could put a tally mark across that bundle of 4. 6, 7, 8. So 8 days after I planted my seed is right now, today. So I'm going to write 8. We make a snake, but do not wait to climb back up and make an 8. Day 8, my plant. And then I think that I am going to write these words. My plant is small. Day 8, my plant is small. So far it is very small. Maybe on day 18, I can write that my plant is big, or I could write another thing to describe my plant, but today I'm going to say, day 8, my plant is small. So you can take out your journal if you still have that page, and you can keep writing in that journal describing what your plant is doing. And I hope that your plant is doing well, and maybe you can take it and in a few days, maybe 5 or 6 more days, maybe on our holiday that we have on Memorial Day, you can plant it in the ground. In the summer, you would be able to have some beans. I was thinking, boys and girls, about beans and about that beanstalk, and a story came to my mind. And the story I was thinking of is called Jack and the Beanstalk. But when I looked at this story, boys and girls, yikes, it kind of frightened me. I didn't like it. And I thought the pictures were a little bit frightening. And yeah, this story is kind of a long story, so it would take a really long time to read. So instead, I found an author who wrote a story of Jack and the Beanstalk, and I will include that with this video, and your moms and dads can help you to watch that. I think you're really going to like that one. It's really fun, and it's kind of a cute story. It really isn't very scary, which I thought this one was a little bit too scary. I don't like scary stuff. Do you, boys and girls? That is not fun for me. So I hope that you have a great day. Keep those beans growing. Keep watering them. That's really important. Keep them in the sunshine. And get in the sunshine yourself, because it is great to move your body and to play outside in the beautiful spring that God has given us. So I hope to see you soon. Enjoy the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, and I will also include a really cool time lapse of a bean that is growing that I found too, that shows how a bean grows, and it does it really quickly. So love you, boys and girls. See you soon.